So as of last Friday, a Breath of the Wild prequel is now a thing. Everyone knew about the Mario 3D All-Star leaks, so we were all kind of expecting an announcement sooner or later. But the Age of Calamity trailer drops out of nowhere, and well, like the Joker puts it,
everyone loses their minds.
It was not expected, and everyone lost it, and we were all aboard the hype train. So with this game now coming out in 2 months, a lot of Breath of the Wild 2 theories about traveling back in time are mostly out the door. We know that we are going to play through the tragedy that fell upon the champions, and we are basically going to be getting a Hero of the Wind trilogy. Which I have more to say on this trilogy and have another video coming up that talks about that. So this is my shameless plug of me asking you guys to subscribe so you won't miss out any of my content. So yeah, there's that. But anyways, what really got me thinking was the questions that Age of Calamity is going to answer. More specifically, the questions on the background of Calamity Ganon. What ties does he have with the Ganondorf that is imprisoned underneath Hyrule Castle? How exactly did Ganon obtain the power of malice? Where did all this come from? And what is the relationship of this game to the previous games in the series? Now, realistically speaking, and going by what Nintendo has said, they stated that Breath of the Wild takes thousands and thousands and thousands of years in the future in comparison to the games, and are just a blur and turn into, ironically, a legend. History is such a blur that Hylians in Breath of the Wild find it hard to know fact from fiction. And honestly, this is a good way to get a fresh start. But the inner me, the me that loves theories and wants it all to be connected, has hope that this game could solve all that. I am a firm believer that Breath of the Wild takes place at the end of each of the split timelines. We have monuments, races, monsters, and name locations from all three timelines that it's difficult to ignore that they all don't play a part. And I believe Age of Calamity will give us the pieces to prove that this is true. But before I get into this theory, let's have a word from our sponsors. 98.7 Hyrule Radio is in the works of bringing you music made by our local residents from Rito Village all the way to Hateno Village. Be sure to subscribe to stay tuned as we will soon reveal the latest single from a young artist making waves throughout the entire kingdom. You will not want to miss out on her spectacular new single that is rocking all of Hyrule. This is 98.7 Hyrule, your local artist station. Well, alright then. Well, let's get back to the theory / speculation. So a while back, I was reading up on Ganon and his role in Breath of the Wild, because I'm sure everyone just reads up on Zelda characters with their free time. Anyway, this brought up a very interesting paragraph that I'll pull up. It says, 10,000 years before the events of the story, Ganon transformed into a monstrous creature of pure malice known as Calamity Ganon. Now, Zelda fandom was the only place I could find this, so I don't know where this information is coming from, but I also do remember reading somewhere that Ganon gave up his mortal form, being Ganondorf, to become Calamity Ganon. And seeing the events in Breath of the Wild, it makes sense. The Ganon we see is corrupted by evil, hatred, and power that is malice. So the question is, how did Ganon obtain this power? Well, I believe that will be answered in Age of Calamity. I believe the story will go further into depth on what happened 10,000 years ago. Or 9,900 years ago to be exact. Now, I won't just leave it at that. I have an idea of how Ganon obtained this great power, and also what were the immense side effects in attaining this power. Well, more of a speculation as there are still some loose ends. Alright, so there are several things that could have happened for him to attain this great power that transformed Ganon into Calamity Ganon. He could have used some incredible dark magic alongside the power of the Triforce of Power. Or maybe gotten the full Triforce at some point and harnessed its power to make a transformation to Calamity Ganon. Now, like I said before, I'm a firm believer that there is a way that all three timelines could be reconnected into one singular timeline. Now, it's very hard to find a reliable source on time theory, as we can't really test it or study it. The concept is limited to our understanding of time and space. I mean, the most reliable source of information I got was from this website that looks like it hasn't been updated since the 90s. Anyways, it says that there really isn't a way for timelines to reconverge unless a powerful event with an immense amount of energy were to occur that transcends dimensions. And that got me thinking, great amount of energy. Who could create such a great amount of energy that can transcend dimensions and time and space? None other than the King of Darkness himself. I believe the cataclysmic events that transpired 10,000 years ago could have been an event that converged all three timelines into one. That is why we have Lynels from the defeated hero timeline, we have a statue of Darmani from the child timeline, and we have Rito from the adult timeline. Yes, I am very curious to know how exactly Ganon turned into Calamity Ganon and the means he went through to obtain this transformation. However, I think the after effects of this transformation will answer many more questions that we have. Like I said, this is just speculation. I've been dancing around with this idea for a while, and with the announcement of Age of Calamity, it made the idea resurface. I know the possibilities of this being even slightly true are very minimal, but imagine if I'm somewhat right. 1. It would probably be the biggest event in Zelda lore/history since Ocarina of Time, and 2, the timeline would finally be fixed and it wouldn't be as convoluted for future games. Whatever the case, let me know what you guys think. What do you think of my crazy timeline convergence theory/speculation? More speculation than theory. I know it's a shot in the dark, but again, like I said, imagine if it's true. You heard it here, folks. Whatever the case may be, I'm really looking forward to play Age of Calamity. Are you guys looking forward to it? Let me know in the comments, guys. Again, you guys are awesome. Thank you all for the support. You guys have been awesome to my channel. I'm Ace Monkey. Have a great day. Thanks for watching.